Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? This is Cass from Mad Alchemy Comics, and I'm here to bring you another video. So today we're going to be continuing our series talking about the Samurai Troopers 2026 series, and we'll be discussing episode 6 titled Restart. So without it, let's get into it. So the episode starts with a flashback with Shion, Ryusei, and Ryo in a training session. Ryo seems to be getting the better of them, and they're having fun and reminiscing. Ryusei and Shion on the ground, kind of tired, while Ryo stands tall, brushing himself off. And we move forward in the episode with another flashback, interestingly enough. Ryo now in his armor, fighting in the demon world. Taking on his opponent, he beats him with his special attack. Taking out the enemy at the time, he is soon presented by Ramaga. Ramaga views that he can utilize Ryo as a good vessel until his perfect one comes. So taking over his body, he stands there getting taken over. So flash forward to the modern day. It's now revealed that Ryo is, taken over by Ramaga, and they see his face. Guy is kind of confronting him, and Ramaga seems kind of disappointed that Guy is kind of like getting weaker or isn't what he needs him to be. So he kind of makes the decree that he will take over the human world, whether Guy is his vessel or not. So he kind of leaves with this warning that in 1 week he will come back, and if he's not his vessel, he's just taking over the human world, period, and spreading the demon world. And now as Ramaga leaves, the other dark armor users, they feel kind of slighted, so they feel like, okay, we're going to show them that we were holding back that whole time. So showing them that they were holding back, they make really quick work against the Samurai Troopers, knocking them all out of their full armor forms. Cutting back to the base and on the train, the guys, Yamato, Musashi, and Kaito, they're kind of discussing amongst themselves about the battle that they just had. Kind of afraid and actually witnessing a comrade die in Ryusei, they start feeling like maybe they should quit. So Musashi more scared than the others, while Yamato's more angry and Kaito's kind of just indifferent. They all come with the consensus that maybe they should leave. Going to go find Guy, they see that he is in a training simulation. Cutting to another situation where you see Shion in his office. He's, reading over some things, some paperwork, and, he's trying to figure out his next move. He looks out the door and he's seeing that Mirai is kind of shooting up some guys trying to find Shion. Rescuing her, he brings her in. They take out the remainder of the dolls that she was fighting. Mirai, she gives him a flash drive of some information, believing that they want Shion to take over for Ryusei. And that's kind of the plan, but they want him to really do his thing his way. So, cutting back to the simulation, the guys kind of go in and, they're seeing that Guy is becoming more sympathetic from, killing people like that, because Ryusei gave him a kind of simulation to tap into his humanity that showed the other side of like death and having to face the other people that he killed in battle. The guys now looking at him, kind of feeling that, he's starting to gain his humanity. They're talking. they kind of get a buzz and an alarm sounds. But it's just they're being greeted by Shion. Shion is now talking to them and trying to get them to a training session, or kind of saying that he's going to come in and redo the team. So if he can beat them all, he wants them all to quit. Kind of knowing that the three already want to quit, and Guy is very conflicted. He wants to test them in their skills. So he takes them out and tells them that they cannot go into their full training, their full armor form, but if they can beat him in battle, they all can continue to be on the team. So making quick work of Kaito, Yamato, and Musashi, Guy soon jumps in. And how he's beating them is an interesting way, because Ryusei kind of left it on the flash drive as kind of like a not a bio, but a mental sheet of each one's weaknesses and capabilities. Yamato's kind of tough. Yamato's kind of the energy guy. He's very tough and strong, and very energetic, and the heart of the team for the most part. But because he's so rash, he kind of leaves himself open. Musashi is very quick. He's very fast, and he goes in more careful. But the thing is, he's very unsure, and he has no power behind him. So he is incapable of doing like a finishing blow. And Kaido is more analytical and things like that, but I guess he can overthink, which leaves him open for surprise. I guess Kaido kind of like strays from that character sheet a little bit, and he surprises him a little bit, but overall, Shion still makes work of him. Again, going back, Guy now it's his turn, and I guess because he's gone through some character growth, he wants to save people now more than just prevent himself from getting taken over by Ramaga, as he grows as a person as well. So now you see Shion and Guy go back and forth, and the guys are now seeing the change in them, and they're cheering them on, and they're doing their back and forth, and Guy gets the finishing hit on them. Shion passing out, he gets a little flashback conversation, or a little ghost conversation with Ryusei, and they all go back to Shion now joining the team. I guess that was their part of the bargain, and they do their little joke, and I guess Shion cleans up the messes and stuff like that. Going back to the lab, Natsu tells them, okay, we have a kind of way we can beat the dark armor and Ramaga quicker. So they have a kind of white armor, white inferno armor. So if you're familiar with that, they utilize a special 6 armor that they all combine their power with. So I'm very interested to see if it's the same white inferno armor, or is it some kind of special 6 armor that they created. Finding out who can help them tap into that, they go find Yuri, or Jun, who was the little boy from the first series. As they go to his lab, they kick in the door because he's not answering, and you're greeted with a very interesting looking Yuri, or Jun, who's kind of doesn't want to fight and very scared. So that's an interesting, to know what happens to him to make him be this way. So going into episode 7, we have a lot more to talk about and whatever to see. And whatever this new armor is going to be, I can't wait to see it. So come with me to episode 7, and let's discuss some Samurai Troopers. Thank you guys. Comment and all that.